Hey, I'm skipping the intro here because I'm ready to talk Detroit Lions, and I screwed up on that first stream, and I apologize all about that. But hey, sometimes you have these issues, and sometimes you just got to go with the punches. Jamie Ward, Carolina guy, Lions fan 951, 9 drinks, #Lions, a new subscriber and a new member of my channel. I appreciate you. Sounds good. Stephen Likens, yes, and Linda Brennan. Hey, I truly do like what you do behind the scenes, and that's a lot of gas. We have Dern in the building. What's going on, Dern?
We're back, and we apologize for what happened.
It happens. It happens. We got Antonio Hightower in the building. Yes? I don't hear you, Tone. We got.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
What's up, guys? Glad to be back.
We got Mark Orm from Orm's Forum.
What's going on, guys, man? Let's talk some football, man. Tick-tock. We're close to the draft, man.
Sai's in the building, but right now he's having a little bit of issues, so as soon as his audio gets in there, he'll jump in. And we got Troxel Sports Talk. What's going on, Trox?
All right, y'all. Let's get those likes up for my brother Mike. We had a casualty, so let's get those thumbs up.
We had a casualty indeed, no doubt about it. But guess what, folks? We are 7 days from the NFL draft. We've been waiting for this moment all year. Tired of doing mock drafts. Tired of seeing all that stuff. I know my subscribers are. I know I am. I know Trox is. Mark, are you ready for this thing or what?
I'm ready, man. I've been chomping at the bit for a while now here, man. Getting sick of the mocks, man. Every day, man, you read about 1,700 mocks, and it's like, man, let's go. Let's just get to this draft. Just want to close my eyes. I just want to open up and be here for next Thursday, man. Let's go. Let's do this, man.
I know. I'm ready as well. Go Lions in the building. Hey, if you guys have not hit that like button, make sure you hit that like button really quick as I jacked this stream up in the beginning. But that's okay.
It's all
that's
good,
okay. Dern, what are you most excited about for this draft?
That we don't have to argue anymore about who the Lions are going to pick, if they're going to trade back, if they're going to trade for it, if we're going to pick a quarterback, if we're going to pick a wide receiver, if we're going to pick an offensive line. It's all the same thing, just looping over and over again. It just gets tired.
Yeah.
We got #Go Lions. We got, you mean the latest Trey Lance to San Francisco? It's possible. Carolina guy, you think the Panthers get some quarterback, any quarterback? No, I don't think they're going to draft one. Folks, we're just going to go straight into this. So if you got questions, we have answers. #Lions, #ISN, ## for all I care. If we miss your question, that's okay. I just missed it. Don't think that I'm ignoring it. So go ahead, post questions. This is your time to rock. This whole show is for you because we're 7 days out for the NFL draft. It is time for you to get your voice heard. The One Pride Nation is ready for it. So let's get this thing. Let's go.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
There we go. Magic.
We got Sai in the building.
Buddy.
And we're definitely excited about that. I think we'll trade with Arizona for more picks. Do you think we trade with Arizona, Troxel Sports Talk?
It's a possibility, but I don't know who Arizona would move up towards, especially with them having only about 5 picks.
But they got next year's picks as well.
That is true.
Yeah.
Trade, check the phone. We got, should we draft Slater if Sewell is gone? That's interesting. Okay. Sai, what do you think? Should we draft Rashawn Slater if Penei Sewell is gone before the pick?
I think it's definitely an option. I'm more of who else is left. For me personally, I like Jamar Chase and Kyle Pitts ahead of Slater in terms of overall value. I know the fit is more pressing on the offensive line, but those are clear number ones. So, yeah, I would definitely I would take Slater if those two other options were gone.
Dern, what do you think? Do you think that the Detroit Lions should take Rashawn Slater?
What are my options? Can we get a haul for a trade? Or is best player available?
You have to make the pick.
Well, then I'm taking Slater if Sewell's not there. We need to fix that O-line. We want to run the ball. When you could run the ball well, you go play action. You can do whatever you want.
Mark Orm from Orm's Forum. I know you like Micah Parsons. That's your number one guy.
That's my guy.
Micah Parsons or Rashawn Slater?
Man.
Oh, you put it on him.
He put it on me, man. Hey, I like Micah Parsons still. I think he's a generational talent. I'm not going to be mad if we were to draft a Rashawn Slater, but I think we need that. I think we need that dog on defense, man, and I think he'd be a nice building block for Romeo. Slater's a good pick too, though. I can't get mad over that.
Comment section, S for Slater, P for Parsons. What do you guys think? Spam this comment section right now with S or P's, because we got some people that want some S's, and we got some people with some big P's, and that is no doubt about it. Other than
strong,
give him a strong D.
Yeah.
I'm giving her a D, man, a strong D.
So we got P for A. Cy. He wants a Micah Parsons. We got S.
Yeah, Cy.
Of course, Linda takes P. Duh.
Hey. Linda.
Linda.
It's kind of split there. Hey, Cy, you said Parsons, man. Let's hear your answer. Why?
Well, again, we're talking about number ones. So the clear number one tackle is Penei Sewell. Parsons is the number one linebacker. I always favor number ones over the secondary player. So that's my thinking, and it's a position of need.
Okay. I see you. We got some P's in there, some more P's. Wow, it is a little bit more than I expected. I thought it'd be more S's, but it's kind of mixed bag here. If you got questions, folks, just knock it in there, and if I miss it, just repost it. And hey, we got B. Taylor in the building. I just seen him there.
Hey.
What's going on, B. Taylor?
This is interesting.
What's going on, everybody?
I am very surprised on how many P's there are.
I'm very surprised too.
I was too, man.
For me, I don't understand. Can I kind of counter this?
Go ahead,
in a way?
man.
Okay. With the allegations of what's going on with him, nothing's been set in stone. If he did it, if he's accused, he's just being accused of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, it would be a same old Lions pick to pick a player that has off the field issues when we just went through this stuff with Matt Patricia. He was accused of sexual assault. And so what if he does get if it does get ruled and he can't play football? Are we going to risk that first round pick? But you don't know if it's going to happen or if it's not. So you're going to take that risk and this new regime to waste your first pick.
But there's
That's
no
my
criminal.
question.
There's no criminal charges against Parsons, there. None. Zero.
None at all.
True, but
all this guy
there's
is
character concerns if that's true.
Oh, his character concerns. What?
100%.
That he got into a fight?
No,
What's the
no,
thinking?
no, it was
What
way
else?
worse than that.
What?
I can't really say what he was doing on stream, but let's just say they was.
Well, the allegations are bad. The allegations are bad.
Yeah,
The hazing part is bad, supposedly. There's some stuff involved that apparently
Like
he did that
nasty
sexual harassment.
But
Yeah,
Of
basically.
sexual harassment.
and again, I'm going to say, but do you want to use that first pick on a player that does have character concerns?
I
That's
do.
my question.
What
I do
wanna
because
say-
he's a dog.
I'm not willing to do that. I want
I
a
don't
player
wanna take
that
him.
is set in
He's a
stone,
dog on the
will be a
field,
starter
man.
from day one, that has
Yeah.
no concerns.
Let me chime in, and
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
do get the character concerns, but let's not forget there are generational talents that come through that have character concerns, stemming back from Warren Sapp. We had Randy Moss. You have a number
Right.
of players that have. So those, yeah, I get it, but those guys were generational players, and this is a generational athlete. I don't think he's a thumper
I
at.
disagree with that completely. I'm sorry.
I think he's a generational athlete. I didn't say a generational linebacker. I think
Right.
his speed, the potential that you have for him, absolutely. He's just undeniably a talented person.
Sky's the
However,
limit.
I would take it. Yeah, I would take him over Rashawn Slater, who to me has just a little bit of flaws. Now we do understand that we're not talking about the arm length. That's a question for me, but also his height, and I think he's a little bit restricted. Me personally, I think he's a guard. So yeah, I would out of those two, I'm landing on Parsons.
Okay, I'm gonna
Betting
give
on the
that-
upside.
I'm gonna give this a and let's do it.
Ooh.
That was a nice little rebuttal there when you talked about the Warren Sapp. I had to. You're right.
Yeah.
Warren Sapp, man. My God. But oh my God, Avery Giovanni, Spirit of Detroit Lions podcast, dropped a $4.99 super chat, folks. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. He's got some quality content there. And I'm telling you what, man, he's definitely a guy that you want to listen to and get his advice on. And you're going to see him on Thursday on this channel.
Oh, my God.
That's exactly what it's going to be like. Folks, if you got questions, let us know in the comments section. Give us a question. Hey, was a kid, he apologized, let's move on 100%. And there was a great comment by B. Taylor. This makes me just want to simply draft him really quick. He says, Parsons an absolute werewolf.
Yeah.
That is the comment of the day right there. I want a werewolf on my team, man.
While I
gonna
agree
go
with
all the
that, I
wrong
think
team.
Jock is better.
Yeah.
A werewolf? A werewolf doesn't
Just
just
my
bite your
opinion.
kneecaps, bro. It goes for your throat. It's trying to, the only thing that can stop it is a silver bullet,
It'll
man.
rip your heart out, man.
Yeah.
with
So I love
Parsons
that
in the
comment, man.
offense.
Werewolf. We got Bryce here, #ISN. Who's a sleeper you guys want to draft? Don't care the round. Who wants to talk about a sleeper player? Let's go to Antonio Hightower, a sleeper player.
I got a few sleepers, but no, the number one sleeper I'm kind of feeling at the moment is probably going to be Peyton Turner. Peyton Turner is what people think Gregory Rousseau is. People talk about Gregory Rousseau as this big, tall linebacker with long arms who can play outside and inside. That's Peyton Turner. He actually got longer arms than Rousseau last time I checked. I saw that Rousseau had like 34 and like 3/4. Peyton Turner has like almost 36 inch arms. Long arms, big, powerful dude, athletic, can win from the inside and from the outside. I love seeing lines pick him up.
Dab Daddy 22 says, how do you feel about Kevin Jenkins? Mark Orem from Forums Orem. What do you think about Kevin Jenkins?
Hey, man, he'd be a nice addition on that O-line. As a kid that very strong. He's also got the short arm thing going on too, I think, with Kevin Jenkins. But I think he'd be a nice right tackle addition here. You can push Big V right inside the guard. It'd be nice, man. He'd be nice. He is kind of climbing the draft board, so I don't know where I'd take him in the first. Maybe if we traded back or something like that. I do like him, but I definitely wouldn't take him at 7. No, for sure. No,
Dylan's
but I do
got
like him.
a very good question here. He says, do you think Trey Lance is there? Do we take him? Personally, I think they're not going to take Trey Lance, in my opinion. I think what they would do is probably do a trade back scenario. Like a team like Washington football team or another team that's really eyeing to get a quality quarterback would trade up with the Detroit Lions. We trade back and get some quality picks. I personally don't think they're going to go quarterback. Cy, what do you think, man? If Trey Lance is there, he is a spectacular talent.
Well, again, I mean, it depends on who else is on the board. I definitely don't want to draft Trey Lance with the 7th overall pick. I'd be looking to trade down, but if it's a selection, if we have to make a selection, I'm a pass. It's going to be an easy pass for me. I get the kid's upside, but I'm just not a fan of drafting quarterback controversies. I've said that before, and I'll stick with that. As soon as you draft that kid, any quarterback with that kind of potential is going to make Jared Goff look over his shoulders, and I'm not trying to test that man's mettle or his character. If we're going to commit to him, let's commit to him and not draft a quarterback with the number 7th overall pick.
Go Lions got a good question. He's a member of mine. He says, what are we looking at for in round 2? I'm going to tell you this. If we don't take a linebacker in round 1, I have a big-time feeling they're taking a linebacker in round 2. It's going to be one of those positions. If Parsons goes in the first round, they're probably not going linebacker there. Maybe wide receiver, offensive line. But if they do not go linebacker round 1, I would expect a linebacker during round 2.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I would think maybe like a safety as well. It all depends on who drops. They're probably going to go best player available, wide receiver, linebacker. Who is your guy that you're going to take in the first for the person who asked the question? But I do have a question for the panel, if that's okay. I can ask after this if you want to announce that.
We got some super chats here, folks, from Jimbo, $5. I would get Scary Terry before Parsons because of the character issues. Offensive line, S. Safety, wide receiver, cornerback.
I'm not taking him in the first. Sorry.
I'm not a huge Parsons fan, but I wouldn't go that far.
That's bad.
Jimbo.
That's kind of off the edge.
Hey, we all have our different thoughts. Jimbo,
Right.
Hey, He wants to give his thoughts, and
But
he
I heard
doesn't
it.
like character issues, and some people are character type of guys. And we have a $9.99 super chat from Avery Giovanni, Spirited Detroit Lion podcast. Subscribe to his channel. He says, it's funny that Mac Jones' DUI doesn't come into question, but teasing and talking about a good sleeper is Mac McCain, and you can draft Kellen Mond in the 3rd round. First off, I didn't even know Mac Jones had a DUI, but if he did, that's a
I
big-time character
did,
concern.
but we're not talking about drafting Mac Jones for the Lions anyway, so we're not really talking about him. So
That
that's
kinda
the big
just-
difference.
And that kind of just
should
came
not
out
be
though.
picked 3rd.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that kind of just came out too. I think his DUI. I just started reading that just like within the last 24 hours. So that was kind of hidden. So I don't know. And they are talking about it right now. So I don't know how much it'll affect his draft stock. Who
We
knows?
probably won't.
And if the
Probably
49ers want to take a guy that has a DUI, that's up to them.
Yeah, for sure.
And no doubt about it, I don't like DUIs, man. You're gonna end up killing somebody on the
No, you gotta-
road.
no, you
I
can't
had
do
no idea about that, but I don't
Facts.
want no Mac Jones, and Mac Jones who better
Who?
not be anything around here. Get up out of here,
Right.
man.
No, he ain't coming here.
Yeah, get out of here, Mike Jones. Sleeper.
All right, can I ask that
Yes,
question
go
really
ahead.
quick?
Yep.
So I wanted to ask you guys really quick. Who is the team that you think that is the most desperate to trade up for a quarterback?
I can answer that one.
Go ahead,
I
Zach.
have a thought in my mind as well. I want to know your guys'
Washington.
thoughts though.
I would say
Okay.
Washington.
Oh, okay. I got Chicago.
That's who I have actually. Is Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago's probably the
too,
best one.
man.
Yeah, I think
They
they-
try
I
to
like
save their
Chicago.
job.
They're probably the most desperate.
Yeah,
They just don't got the capital like that.
I was
Right.
watching Chat Sports, and he was like, "You can't just go into the season with just Andy Dalton and Nick Foles. That's
Yeah.
asking to be fired."
Yeah.
Make sure you subscribe to
Right.
Harrison Graham for the Chicago. He's not too happy about that.
Right.
Oh man, from Chat Sports, make sure you subscribe. Sleeper, B Christian, Warlow, TCU. Okay, let's see. Look at Kyle Trask. Oh man, well.
No.
Anybody
no,
that
no.
I
gets
would look at him in the 7th round.
Okay. This is my opinion on Kyle Trask. Anybody that gets benched in a bowl game, I don't want no part of it.
He's
I don't
told me
want no
this.
I don't want no part of it. I mean, he was so bad in that bowl game. Yeah, you can blame it on he has, all of his guys opted out or getting ready for the draft, things of that nature. But there's a little thing in every single player. It's called heart. You got benched in a bowl game. Where's the heart?
Well, I'll ask you this question. There is a prior precedence for that, though. How do you feel about Jalen Hurts? Because he was
Jalen
benched
Hurts?
as well. Yeah, he was
Yep.
benched as well in favor of Tua at the time. So I
Yeah.
get the premise of what you're saying, but yeah.
Right. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It is a double-edged sword because Jalen Hurts was the man. I mean, when he went to Oklahoma, he really turned it up a notch.
And it just came out that the Eagles are not giving Hurts the reins to the quarterback. They're
I've
going
been
to have a
saying-
controversy there.
Yeah, but
I've been saying the months that the Eagles clearly haven't invested in Hurts because
Yeah.
everything they did, even when they had Wentz, it showed that at the moment they was going with Wentz until they got rid of Wentz, and even when he was gone, they never showed they were invested in Hurts like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, also for the fact that when it comes
Yeah.
to the Eagles, they're kind of a dysfunctional franchise right now, so they need to
So
invest
good.
in something.
I feel like
Maybe
they're
invest in
where
a
we
general
were when we
manager.
got Patricia. Just
Yeah,
dysfunctional.
it could be.
Hey, you
folks.
could get that Dern.
We got 84 in the building with only 28 thumbs up. Smash that thumbs up. Let's get that thumbs up to 5-0. Do you think Bobby Price will start over Will Harris? I think Troxel Sports Talk will start over Will Harris. I think
Yeah,
Jimbo
with a
G
broken
could-
back.
I believe in you.
Will Harris is when you think of Will Harris, I think about his replacement in 7 days.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Will Harris is a player I do not want starting on this Lions back end side. What do you think about Will Harris? Do you think he's salvageable?
I mean, again, you look at the prior regime who drafted him. I say give him a chance. See, unlike you, Mike, I mean, I thought we should give Jarrad Davis a chance. Okay, so he was drafted by one regime. I thought we should have given him another chance, extended that contract, but they didn't. So I apply the same thing to Will Harris. Get a kid a chance and see where he goes. But he's on thin ice for sure.
Hey,
I
we
can
all
agree
have
with
different
that.
opinions, no doubt about it. Jarrad Davis, he was running towards getting that contract, but he overshot like he always does.
Missed that
wound
tackle.
up in the New York Jets over there.
Yeah.
Sing.
Swing, better, swing,
Yeah,
better,
yeah.
swing and a miss.
We got another super chat by Jimbo G. He is dropping it like it's hot. $5 offensive line at 7. Hey, look, if they go Penei Sewell, I'm happy, man. I mean, if they stay at 7, no doubt about it. Or Slater, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Wide receiver later
What about
rounds
Kyle
because
Pitts?
they're deep draft. I don't mind taking. He ain't gonna be there. I don't mind taking a linebacker. It better be a good one. Yeah, linebacker's got to be addressed.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Quick, fast, in a hurry. But there's a lot of good second-round linebackers that's going to be there. Nick Bolton, Jabril Cox. Who knows, man? Zaven Collins may even be there. There's a lot of quality ones. But I like your sentiment there, Jimbo G. And no, when it comes to Tone, I don't believe your boy is going to be available at 7. I think he's probably going to go to Atlanta. We have a new member. David Webster just became a member to the channel. Hey, I appreciate you, man. And we're going to be doing a members-only mock draft in 2 days on my channel. Another $10 super chat by Frog Crop. Will Perryman be Goff's golden nugget, along with people they're not talking much about, Swift and Williams much? They're going to be busting up defenses. Can't wait for Williams to bring the great energy. Oh, no doubt about it. Williams and Swift are going to be pounding that rock, and it's going to be a difference maker. Dern, what do you think about these 1-2 combinations we got there?
I'm not quite sure if Perryman will be that golden nugget. What are we going to do with the draft? If we draft a pretty good wide receiver, then Perryman's probably going to be your slot mixed in with Cephas. Because, well, I guess it depends who you draft. But if you get like a Bateman, he's going to be your outside, but he can mix with your slot. Are you going to get an Amon-Ra St. Brown where you can put in anywhere? Are you going to take a Waddle, which can be slot or outside? It just depends on who you draft. But you know that they're going to get a wide receiver.
No doubt about it. I think Perryman will be a guy. I think it's going to be a wide
Just a
receiver
guy.
That's all he's going to be is a guy.
Football, though, folks. I think we're transitioning from a team that was pass happy to more a run balanced football team, and that's what you're going to kind of see a little bit with obviously play action deep pass. In my opinion, Cy, what do you think?
I'm sorry about that. What was the question? I have my son talking.
That's no problem. We're just going to go to the next question here.
Yeah.
ISN, can we trade with the Jets at 23 to get more picks in this draft or the next draft? Not sure who the Jets would want to get.
Man, that would be nuts if they had two top 10 picks like that.
Yeah, they would probably try to get an offensive lineman to protect, what do you call it, Zach Wilson.
That would be crazy. Mekhi Becton on one side and then Slater on the other.
Yeah.
If you don't know, Troxel Sports Talk loves offensive linemen. If he had 6 picks in this year's draft, all 6 would be offensive linemen.
5.
Lineman.
5. I want to make sure I have the best 5 alive.
Oh, yeah, and also he would make sure to get a Nick Bawden's replacement at fullback
Facts.
as well.
There we go.
We got another super chat. This super chat heavy today. I appreciate you. One pride more I look in this draft class. I think quarterbacks will be there at 7. If we trade back, I like Zaven Collins at linebacker. What do you think, Eric? Zaven Collins is a fantastic linebacker. No doubt about it. And we all love Zaven Collins. Actually, Troxel Sports Talk is a big fan of Zaven. Talk about him a little bit, Trox.
Hey, you know, if the top 2 offensive linemen are not there, even at 7, I am drafting Zaven Collins. That dude can cover.
7?
Even at 7, hey, people are gonna hate me for saying that, but you know what? It's time to call it like it is. Because, hey,
we should get more picks.
He's probably the best middle linebacker in this class.
And on top of that, he reminds me a lot of DeAndre Levy. We have had a gaping hole to replace DeAndre Levy.
How gaping?
True.
I mean, hey. the Grand Canyon is gonna look small.
All I can say is, Trucks, is you can trade back, pick up extra picks. So
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Hey, I love Zaven Collins. Shout out to TA Noble Sports. He's the one who put me up on
Big
him.
shout out.
And I seen the film. I said, hey, film don't lie. And that dude needs to be a Detroit Lion. But I have had some mock drafts where I got Rashawn Slater and Zaven Collins in the first 2 rounds.
Avery Giovanni, Spirit of Detroit podcast.
Man, you the man.
Dropping to $4.99. This guy's going nuts here. Get the likes up, people. These are the smartest guys and the best guys on YouTube. P.S.
I appreciate
I'll try to
that.
collaborate with all you. Yeah, and
Hey,
you will.
appreciate that.
You already know. We talking on the side. You're gonna see. You're all. If you guys aren't ready for this draft on my channel live for round 1, we're gonna be live here with the NFL draft in the panel, and we're gonna be talking about all things Detroit Lions and what's gonna be taking place. If you want to have some fun, make sure you are there. It's gonna be an epic show of epic proportions. It's gonna be glorious. Gonna be glorious. So I lost count here. Where are we at now? Is Jordan Love getting traded to the Patriots? That would be funny.
I highly doubt it.
No.
That would be hilarious. But
It would.
I thought it was Aaron Rodgers getting traded there. That's the last I
There's a
heard.
bunch of rumors.
I would actually put more stock in Aaron Rodgers getting traded there than Jordan Love.
Probably
If
would make
that would
more
happen,
sense.
it would solidify that the Packers were terrible at drafting last year.
The
B.
Packers
Taylor,
always terrible at
you're correct.
drafting.
Yeah,
I'm just saying it'd be even worse.
B. Taylor, you are correct. Rec comment says, at 7, drug test
Drug
him.
test.
Hey, shout out to B. Taylor.
Got
Shout
that
out,
slip.
B. Jeez.
Good question here by Jack Conroy. Mike, do you think we will get Stenberg to play guard next year? This is going to be interesting because this is all about what is Halapudi Vati Vaitai going to do? That is the question here. If he is trash, Stenberg can Stenberg up and step up. I think it's possible. Look, he's nasty, right? That's what we got him for, Cy.
Yep, I agree 100%. I mean, he's a guy that didn't really get a chance, so I think you plug him in at plug and play at right guard, let him do what he does. I mean, he's not much of a pass blocker, but he definitely is a role grading right guard. So I like to see him play personally.
Yeah.
Do you think 6'4" is too tall for middle linebacker, or is Bolton, who the same size as Raquan Smith, will be the Bears linebacker coach a better option? Do you think that's too tall, Mark? You're big into linebackers. Do you think it's too tall?
Yeah, I'm big into linebacker. No, I don't think 6'4" is too big at all, man. They had guys like who was the kid from the Bears years ago, the white kid. Can't think of his name right now. Urlacher. He was like 6'4", 6'5", and he was a stud, man. You got that length, man. That's good to be 6'4".
Who's 6'4" now?
I think Bolton is.
Bolton's 6 foot.
No, Bolton's only 6
Zaven Collins is 6'4".
Zaven Collins.
David Collins is
okay.
6'4".
Okay.
Dylan Moses is 6'3". So they're all kind of big guys.
Zaven has the speed to back it up, though.
Yep. As
Just
long as you got the
saying
speed,
his
man.
Name correctly by Steven Likens. I am terrible with names, and I got it right. Thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate it, man. I am horrible with names. I screw names up. Even though I can get Amani Awarie right, people are like, how do you get that name right? It just happens, man. It just happens. I'll start making Panthers videos. Okay, well, when you make a video, you let us know, and we will go ahead and get this going. There is a question, Darren, that you wanted to ask the panel you brought up earlier in Vox today, and I thought it was a fantastic question. How about
Which
you
one?
ask the question?
I got a couple.
The one you said earlier this morning about who will get overdrafted.
Yes. Okay. So I was thinking this morning, and I came up with a couple questions. One of them is, what is one player you believe that will be overdrafted? Just like Henry Ruggs got drafted before Jerry Jeudy, CeeDee Lamb. A couple years ago, the Raiders took that defensive end way higher than everyone else expected. And I had one more example. Daniel Jones. No one thought the Giants were going to pick him. I think it was at 6. So who is one player do you think is going to be the surprise pick? There's always one.
That's a great question, Mark. What is a surprise pick that will get drafted higher than we expect?
Higher than we expect?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I think a guy like maybe, like you might see someone like maybe a Queedy Pay get picked higher than expected. I don't think he's a first-round talent, to tell you the truth. Even though he's a Michigan guy, I love Michigan. Go blue. I think he might get overdrafted just because of his measurables. He killed it at his pro day. You know, I just don't see him as a first-round talent. He kind of just, he reminds me of a second-round guy. So I think he could get possibly overdrafted. Queedy Pay. Even though I do like him, I just don't like him in the first round.
Tone, who do you got?
This question was tough for me first, but then when Mark said Queedy Pay, then I realized, this is an easy answer. Gregory Rousseau.
Oh,
That
come
man is
on.
a trash can. That
Come
man is
on,
a trash can. If he's drafted anywhere before round 5, it's overdrafting.
Okay,
Before
Trox,
round
sports Trox.
5.
Who you
He
got?
lacks
Come on.
physical, he's not athletic at all. I watched his pro day. I
He's
watched
gonna
him
go
run his
on
40.
and on.
Like, I watched his 40, and I was like, this man, like, he's
Unreal.
running in slow motion. There's no explosion. He's stiff as a board. It just, no. And no
Troxel
moves
Sports
either.
Talk. Who you got, man?
Wow.
Let's see. There's a couple of them.
It's a good question.
That is a good question because it makes you really stop and think about it, especially since Tone over there took my guy in Gregory Rousseau.
While he thinks, make sure you guys smash that like button. Let's get to 50 likes. We're 9 away with 127 in the building. While he thinks, Cy, is there an individual you think will get drafted higher than expected?
Yeah, to me, it's almost obvious. Given the nature of the quarterback position, they always go early, and Mac Jones is the candidate to me.
Yeah.
I think he's getting pushed up the board. I think
That's a good
somebody's
one.
going to jump way too high to draft an average talent. So that's the guy that I would lean towards.
Who? Mac Jones. Trox, have you figured a person out yet?
I
I can go
means
if he doesn't
no.
want to.
Okay, Darren, who do you got?
I think the Dolphins will do an unbelievable thing and do what a team did last
Don't
year,
take
and they
my
will take
guy.
Devontae Smith.
Okay.
Will be over Jamar Chase and Jalen Waddle.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's a good one.
Interesting one. Interesting.
And that could be
Trox,
us. I hope not.
I think it's the Dolphins.
Trox, you got one yet?
Not really. I mean, I could do guys that like, yeah, definitely deserving.
I've got another one too if you
I
want to
can
hear
give
it.
you another one too.
Yeah, same.
Really,
Kellen Mond, he'll probably slip into the late first.
Dang it! You got
Kellen
me.
Mond. Okay.
There you go. That was my guy.
You think so? You think he slips in the first? Mond?
Yep, late first.
Okay,
He's
that
the
would
best QB.
definitely flip my head if
Maybe.
it did.
Yeah,
David
that
Mills.
That would
was-
flip my head too.
Dab Daddy 22. How much damage do you think Swift and Williams will do this year? I think they're going to do good damage. I really do, especially if the Detroit Lions they address the offensive line early in this draft.
Right.
I mean, they're two good running backs. I think they're going to focus and pound the rock. I really do believe they're going to do this since the first time since Barry Sanders. I think we're going to have a 1,000-yard rusher for the first time in since forever. I think we're going to have one of those. I think Swift will hit over 1K this year.
I
I
hope
do
so.
believe so.
I hope so. We need one.
Yeah, man. I could definitely see like maybe 1,500 between them for sure. You know what I mean? Just between both of them. So hopefully it'd be like Swift with over 1K and maybe Williams with 500. It'd be nice, man. It'd be nice, but got to be in the lead, man, to be able to run the football. So let's hope they can stop some people.
Yeah.
You don't want to touch this question. Zach Wilson will not play for the Jets. I think he is a lock to be a New York Jet.
Yeah.
I think he's
Is that
locked.
Is that an opinion or is that a reality? Is that what
Yeah.
you said?
Trying to understand the
B.
context.
Taylor got a
think it's
great
a question.
question here. What are you guys worried if they take Fields that he's got the epilepsy condition? No, I talked about this earlier offline. No, I don't think so. He never had an issue in college.
Yeah.
playing the game. So why would he all of a sudden now? I would not have an issue with it if the Detroit Lions selected Justin P. Fields as their quarterback of the future.
Didn't the rest of his family members get over theirs as well? So, I mean, why wouldn't he?
Yeah, because it's something you can grow out of, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So it shouldn't be that big of a concern.
Mm-hmm.
As long as he's safe, I bring him in if he's available.
Take your meds.
Yeah.
That's it, man. Take
Mike,
your meds.
why do you not pick Vera Tucker at right guard for all of your mock drafts? Well, we invested $55 million in a guy who's supposed to be our right tackle, and now he's going to be playing guard for us. So they better utilize his services, and we got Jonah Jackson, so I don't see there's a spot for...
Yeah, and we got a guy waiting in the wings, too. We got Stenberg waiting in the wings as well.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Boston Turds.
What?
For investing $55 million on a right tackle that's now going to play.
I got
Yeah, thank you, Boston Turds.
Right.
What do you think of Asante
I
Samuel
got 50
Jr.?
mil. I thought he had 30
That's a
mil.
good one.
It was a $55 billion contract, I think altogether, or something around
Something
there.
like that. Yeah, a lot of money.
Tone.
Too much money.
What do you think of Asante Samuel Jr.?
I don't like him. I know a lot of people want to put him in the slot just because he's kind of short, but he plays bigger than his size, which is what you want to see when you draft. What you want to see because it's going to help you determine how he's going to translate to be an outside corner. Pretty good athlete. Only thing that's going to hurt him is this draft class is just full of talented corners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His daddy was good, man. His daddy was a good ball player, man.
very good.
I kind of liken Asante Samuel Jr. My personal comp is sort of Denzel Wardish, undersized, feisty corner with a lot of speed. So I don't know if he'll be as good as Denzel Ward started out, but that's my comp for him personally. So I think he's all right. Depending on where you get him.
I do believe he's going to be the guard because when Dan Campbell spoke, he said, I'm very interested in him playing guard. So that gave me the indication that that's what they're wanting.
Smart move.
Sure. Yep.
Mike, I think you passed over a super chat.
I passed over a super chat.
Yeah, by Nick.
you
I
did?
didn't see it.
Oh, you did.
Oh,
Nick.
my God. Nick Gunjack. $1.99. Thank you so much, Trox. And thank you so much for that super chat. Thoughts on Jabril Cox? I'm throwing this to Trox. Trox loves big cocks. So talk about Jabril.
What?
That's
Hey, hold on.
That's gonna leave a mark. That's
I'm giving her a D, man.
You better turn in one of the and again things.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
Learn something new every day.
Yeah, turn that into one of those.
But no, Jabril Cox, man, if you could get him in the third round, you definitely run up to the podium and go grab him. There's been instances where I was able to get, like I said, Rashawn Slater, Zaven Collins, and then that third round with the 72nd overall pick, win and get Jabril Cox. I would definitely do it. If he's not there, then I'm definitely going after Nick Bolton. But I definitely think that you do go and double up at linebacker. And also, if both of those guys are not there, Derek Barnes is a guy to look at.
I got a question for the chat. Would you double up on linebacker in this draft? Y for yes, N for no. I would. I think that's so
Facts.
much of a pressing need. I would double up on linebacker just like we did last year, double up on offensive line. Let me know in the comment section if you guys think we need to get 2 linebackers. And Cy on the panel says yes. Zach J, yes. Steven Likens, yes. B. Taylor, yes.
yes.
Steven again. Zach says no, so we got 1 no. We go N from Linda, not enough picks. If we trade back Gosford, if we trade back, I think we are. So a lot of yeses here and some no's. Absolutely yes by Likens. Go Lions. Been a subscriber on my channel since day 1. Harold Williams, welcome to the chat. I haven't seen you in here. If you got a question, let us know and we'll answer it. Let's see. So a lot of yeses here. Now, Cy, give your reason why you say double up on LB.
Well, again, I kind of look at prior precedents. let's take, for instance, case study of Green Bay. The year that they doubled up on their cornerbacks, Jair Alexander and King. It played a lot of dividends. If we understand that we're not, we could be competitive this year, but we're not looking towards this year. We're looking towards the future. We're going to have a lot of draft capital. If the board just so happens to fall in a way where we say we ended up going with Parsons first round, and the best value on the board is, say, Zaven Collins, I think we'd be foolish not to get potentially the best two linebackers out of the draft in those two. So in favor of what? The third, fourth, fifth wide receiver. So, yeah, I think there's a precedence for it. If the board falls that way, yeah, I'm absolutely open to it. I would be happy about it.
Lucky, I'm going to tell you why we have not restructured Big V's contract, because after this year, his contract is easy to cut. So if he sucks, he's cut. And we don't want contracts to players having bad contracts for a cap situation for years down the road. If he's good, hey, that's great. But if he sucks after this season, it's an easy cut, good for a cap situation. And I'm telling you what, with the amount of cap we're going to have next year and the following year and draft capital, this team's going to look a lot different, a lot better. 1-year deals ain't happening next year. We're going to have some money to make some real contracts and get some real talent on this team. And you're going to really be appreciative of that. And so will all of us. We got another super chat. Oh, my God.
On fire tonight.
I know. Can Glenn's scheme finally open up Trey Flowers' game? Ooh, that's a great question. He has only played halfway. Why not consider a cornerback if we trade back from 13 to 19? This is two questions here, and we're going to address both of them here. So, Trey Flowers' game, do you think it can get better, Dern?
Oh, absolutely. In my personal opinion, I think he's a really good player. I know he hasn't lived up to his contract, and he did not deserve that contract because that's outrageous contract. Yeah. But the dude plays the run very, very well. He sets that edge. I think he's top 5 in setting the edge, if I remember right. I would like him to get to the quarterback more often, and it all depends on what scheme we're going to run. I think he can get better.
Antonio Hightower, if we traded from 7 to 13 and 13 to 19 and said cornerback is there, say for whatever reason one of the best ones falls to the Lions, whatever reason, would you take a cornerback there?
Probably not, because the only corner, if I'm the Lions, Surtain probably gone, and even if he was there, I probably wouldn't take him. Horn probably gonna be gone, and if he was there, I might take him. I'd want Farley, but his injury concerns are too much for me to take him at 19. I would love to get him in like real late first or second round, but I wouldn't take a corner at 19. I'd wait to the second.
Joseph Murdoch says double up on safety. If we trade back, if we get more picks this year's draft, it's possible for sure. But right now with 6, I think it'd be unlikely. But if we say we trade back and we get 2 or 3 more draft picks, I could see something like that. What is your thoughts on DeAndre Swift's future? It's a bright future, real bright.
Very bright, yes.
I think he's got a great future for the Detroit Lions as long as he stays healthy, Cy. What do you think about DeAndre Swift's future for the Detroit Lions?
Outstanding. I love it. I love everything the kid does. Not only is he a hell of a talent, physically he can run the ball between the tackles, catch it out of the backfield, has tremendous character, comes from a great background. We have to continue to use it before, but we have to nurture him, put the right pieces in place for him and put him in a position to succeed. But as far as talent, I think he's a top 5 talent type running back in the NFL. He hadn't gotten to that point, and I'm not saying he is a top 5 back. I'm just saying pure talent wise, I think he's up there, top 10.
Oh yeah.
Okay, top 10. I'm cool with.
Wrong banner. What was I thinking? For me, Steven Likings, safety. talk about some safeties here. Go to this link. I actually will be I don't know if it's dropped yet or will be dropping. I do 5 safeties the Detroit Lions could look at. First, second, third, fourth, and fifth round. I went all safeties. It's a video only on Newsbreak, not on my channel. But there's a lot of great safeties out there that the Detroit Lions could look at. Mark Orem from Orem's Forum.
Yeah, I kind of like a guy, Andre Cisco, that maybe you can get someone like him in the 3rd round. Big kid, man. He's like 6 foot, 205 pounds. I think he'd be a real nice addition to this secondary because, like we said, man, we make fun of guys like Will Harris. Like, we don't know what that guy's really just a box safety. That's what he really was at Boston College. Then you got Tracy Walker, who kind of up and down. So he'd be a nice addition. So I like a guy like Andre Cisco out of Syracuse for sure.
Didn't he tear his ACL last year?
I like him.
He got hurt. Yeah, I think he got hurt last year. Yeah. I like him in about maybe like the 3rd round or something like that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't draft him too high.
Right.
I like Javon Holland, Steven. I'm an Oregon Duck fan. Yeah. I've been mocking Javon Holland to the Detroit Lions since the first month started, since last year. I dislike
that guy so much.
What's that, Tone?
Oh, I dislike that guy so much.
And don't worry about it. That is a
Hadouken!
That's
I like Richie Grant.
Yeah, Richie Grant is the guy.
Richie Grant's good. Richie Grant's nice.
I like
smaller
DeMar
guy,
Hamlin.
though. Smaller. Who?
I like DeMar Hamlin out of out of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Like that's one of my guys that I've been really looking at. Later round guy, he's ranked around like the 170-ish, but man, I like him. If you trade back, you get extra picks. Because we only have 6 picks, like this is how I would draft personally. I would go either offensive line or, linebacker, depending on how you go about the draft. Obviously, I'm going to be adding a tackle, an offensive tackle, somewhere in this draft. But I'm going to get 2 linebackers, 2 wide receivers, a D tackle. So there's your 6 picks. Now, if you get more picks, I am definitely looking at corner. I'm definitely looking at safety. I'm definitely looking at possibly a fullback to replace Nick Bawden because, yes, as you guys know from one of the very first shows of the One Pride podcast, I said this. I said, I'm cool with Nick Bawden. He's one of my guys. But if he gets injured this year, which he did, he got to go. And
you
he
love
got injured.
Nick Bawden. You thought he's going to be on the cover of Madden, man.
Want to put him at quarterback, running
this
back,
dude was a Hall of
cornerback.
Fame, bro.
Wheaties
Number
box,
one
man.
fan.
He got to go now. You can't stay healthy. You got to go. What do you say, Mike, all the time? Best ability is availability.
That's facts. Trayvon Morwig, Steven Likens like him. If the Lions trade back mid first round, or not mid, but mid 20s in the first round, and Trayvon Morwig is there.
Definitely the first round guy. Yeah, definitely first round guy.
Yeah, he's a first round guy. What do you guys think of the Lions trade back? Take Kevin Jenkins, Jabril Cox, Javon Holland, and Tamarion Terry. Joseph Murdoch. That would be a pretty good draft.
Run.
Be pretty solid right there, man.
Can we replace Holland with somebody else, please?
Tone don't like it. Tone don't like it. That's for sure, right, Tone?
I love it.
Oh no.
Of course you don't. Of course,
like
Carolina guy, the stream will end a little bit later because the beginning started a little bit later due to technical issues. Let's see here. Been here 30 years. I'm trying to find film of Barry Sanders clocking DB after an interception. Forgot against who.
Wow.
Can you help? That would definitely be Mark Orem from Orem's Forum here. He's been watching the Lions since the 1962. Yeah.
You know what, man? I don't ever remember, man. I'm 48, by the way. Okay. I don't. But I do remember. But I was a young man during those days. But I don't remember. I really don't remember Barry hitting anybody hard, man. Cy, you?
No, I can't recall it. I'm 45. I'm a man.
Okay. Yeah, you know what I mean. I don't ever remember. I'm a man, man.
Yeah, I'm a man. Yeah. No, I can't recall that.
I don't remember Barry hitting anybody. I just really don't, man. I don't remember anybody hitting him, and I don't remember anybody him hitting somebody. So I don't know. That's sorry.
I'm gonna
guys.
have to get that soundbite. I'm a man.
Man,
Oh, man.
that's great.
Who would you be looking to replace first, Crosby or Big V? Big V.
Yeah.
That's who I'd be
Yeah.
looking
Big
to.
V.
Big V.
Big V.
Big V
100%.
has a
Actually-
big contract.
I'm putting Big V to right guard, and then I'm changing that tackle.
Yeah,
No,
Crosby's,
I mean, real
Crosby's
talk,
on his last year too, isn't he? Crosby.
Yes. After
Yeah.
this
I'm
year,
choosing Crosby.
So is Big V.
yeah.
Hopefully.
No, like for me, I would definitely actually try to re-up on Crosby because he is one of the better swing tackles in the
Yeah,
National
he is.
Football League.
Yes.
Where'd he come from, Trox?
Oregon Ducks,
Oregon.
baby.
Yeah.
That's what I thought, man.
Too bad they
Hey,
can't
you
coach
go
down
pair him up with Penei Sewell, it'd be the Oregon Ducks mayhem in
Get
in
Javon
Detroit.
If we
And
got
Javon-
Justin
Oh,
Herbert,
man.
my
Javon
God, it would
Oh,
have been
yeah.
great.
Oh no.
At work just once, just to stop in and say hi and ask you guys thoughts on
Walker Little.
the
Yeah.
Walker Little.
offensive lineman from Stanford.
I like
Walker
him.
Little, he would be a good tackle if they wanted to go in the 4th round. Walker Little.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a quality spot for him if they decided to go offensive line a little bit later. Cy, what do you think about Walker Little?
I think you hit it right on the head. You're talking about a, maybe late 3rd, 4th round pick in him, and he's a solid tackle. I have nothing against Walker Little. I think he's all right.
Is that the guy from Stanford?
Stanford.
Yes,
Yeah,
Stanford.
Stanford.
Yep.
I think he has injury issues, doesn't he?
He got
I'm not
injured in
positive.
2019. He opted out in 2020, so he's basically
Gotcha.
missed 2 years.
Oh.
Demetrius, Caleb Farley will go higher than expected. Thoughts with the $5 super
hope
chat.
so.
Well, I appreciate you. I think it's possible. I know he had some
Yeah.
back issues, but he is
Yeah.
very talented. This is going to be an interesting to see where he gets drafted, Trox.
Yeah, absolutely. I like Caleb Farley. You know, the back issues do concern you. But I mean, you can't deny his talent. So I can
No.
see a team going up and grabbing him higher than what everybody else maybe have him mocked at.
That could be. Tone, go ahead.
I'm praying this guy falls to us in the 2nd, man. Please just let him fall to us in the 2nd. Let me get some happiness for once on draft day.
Okay,
Yeah, I think
folks, yeah,
I'd
go
be
ahead.
shocked. I'd be shocked if he fell that far, but
yeah.
never
I
know.
mean, a lot
that.
of teams are concerned about his back, which is weird
Mm.
because they're the one who told him to get surgery. So it's kind of always weird to me. Like, you tell him to get surgery, you're worried about his back. You checked him. He was like, oh, he looks okay. And I was like,
Smoke screen, bro. Smoke
Yeah,
screens.
It's kind of
You know what I mean?
funny when you start looking at the cornerbacks with those types of injuries. I think, again, just understanding the history. I think Sidney Jones the 4th was drafted by the Eagles with a injury, history there at that corner position. He's never quite panned out. So, I mean, I get the Jones was not on the same level as Caleb Farley, but it's just again, we have to kind of look at the history of those type similar situations and learn from them. So it's at the end of the 1st. Yeah, why not swing for it?
Seen this, you know what's going to happen.
And again.
Anytime there's an and agains, I got to do the and agains in the chat. So
Oh yeah.
Thank guys, dude was running up the sideline and Barry knocked him into the cheerleaders. Okay, I haven't seen that either.
Got to get that video.
Yeah,
Thoughts
absolutely.
on DiCaprio Boodle from Nebraska?
Who?
I don't know. I don't know who that is.
never heard of him.
Yeah.
He got an interesting name.
I have
DiCaprio
never heard of
Boodle.
this guy.
Boodle.
That sounds
I
like
don't
a
know.
key. That sounds like a Key and Peele skit right there.
Yeah.
that sounds.
I'll have
Never
to
heard
do
of
a
that
little
guy.
bit of research on that guy.
Yeah.
Never heard of him, man.
Oh, out of Nebraska, he's rated at the 290th. So he'd probably be an undrafted guy.
Yeah.
Says this is what it says on PFN mock draft. It says underrated corner with potential in a dime package at the next level, quick to read and diagnose, stays with assignments and tracks the pass in the air, agile, stays on the receiver's hip, out of breaks and displays a burst to the ball, tracks the pass in the air, has a nice move to the throw and battles and to defense passes. Very effective facing the action, fires up the field, and gives effort defending screen passes. His negatives are not a stout tackler and has opponents running through his arms. Lack of height creates limitations. Displayed a lot of inconsistency throughout his Nebraska career. At the top of the game, Boodle is a feisty corner with solid ball skills who could be used in zone or backed off the line of scrimmage. Though he's unlikely to be drafted, I would expect Boodle to compete for a roster spot next summer as both a dime back and a special teams player.
Wow,
Welcome to the biography channel. Yeah.
That was
So I would definitely be taking some notes on that and probably do some film study on them.
Hungry Panda Studios, #ISO. So if we want to replace right guard more than right tackle, why would we want Sewell? No, we got a guard already in Stenberg.
We got the guard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got the
But
guard.
do we know Stenberg is the guard?
He
Well,
has
we
to
don't
be
know
the guard.
yet.
You
We
don't
drafted
know yet,
him
but
in the top 4 picks.
Yeah, he is a
Last
guard.
He was undrafted.
No, he wasn't.
No,
Fourth round, bro.
Stenberg?
Yeah,
Stenberg
fourth
was a
round.
Stenberg.
Yeah.
Stenberg.
Logan
Oh,
Stenberg was drafted.
Stenberg. Oh, I was thinking of that other guy.
Oh,
Ben Schwa.
Yeah,
Oh,
Ben
yeah.
Schwab.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that guy's like in Denver.
Ben
That guy's
Schwa's
in
from
Denver now,
Wisconsin. Stenberg is from eating kneecaps. But I just think
Eating
it's
kneecaps
because we don't
University?
have a for sure right tackle right now. We don't.
Yeah.
Terrell Crosby is the guy, and can
That's
you
about
count
it.
on him for 17 games now?
I'm kind of with just get a developmental one later in the draft. There's so many developmental tackles in the draft. Crosby's
sure.
going to be a good starter for this year, and the offensive line coach has already shown that he can develop tackles. So why spend a first round pick, especially on guys Slater and Sewell? Their value is so high because they're left tackles. So we're going to deflate the value.
Because
Yeah.
it solidifies the offensive line, and then you could run the
Right.
football for the first
It would
time
solidify
since
it. It would
Sanders.
solidify
and you
it.
keep your quarterback upright
Something that
so they don't injure.
But you can do that with
broken
later
backs.
picks. You already have the base of the offensive line. You have your left tackle. You have your center. You have your left guard. You already have.
we'd have Penei Sewell and
Well,
Allen.
all the
No,
problems,
no,
all the
no.
problems last
So-
year, all the problems last year came from the right side.
Yeah.
Right.
All the problems.
And then it's
came-
Penei Sewell and Slater, and then a drop off to the next tackle.
Yeah.
It is a drop off. It's considerable. Yeah, it's a considerable drop off as well too, right?
This
Guard
is-
is deep later on.
Outside of Taylor Decker, your tackles are Matt Nelson
Ugh,
and Taylor Crosby or Terrell Crosby. I'm sorry,
Terrell.
but that is your offensive tackle on this roster right now. Like, no, I'm not going into next season with just those two.
I said take one later.
Take one
You can
later.
get-
Well,
I mean, you
I'm-
can get a tackle in a second. If you want, you can get a Liam Eichenberg. He can start day one if you actually
I'm
want.
fine with
Or you
taking
can get
one
a
in second
Jalen
if they
Mayfield.
go one.
If
they
you want to
go-
get real late, you can get Spencer Brown. There's a guy from Cincinnati. I forget his name, but you can get him later too. I'm just saying, there's more guys other than Slater and Sewell that will also start for this
definitely
team
is.
and be
That's
upgraded.
where I
100%.
disagree.
Oh yeah, but who has the elite talent? Who's going to take your franchise to that next level on the offensive line?
Do we need an elite right guard though? Because
Okay.
we already have our franchise left tackle.
Here's-
We have.
Here's the
Uh-oh.
question.
Here we go.
Here's the question, Tone. Okay, the question should be on this. And again, okay.
So you can.
No,
Yeah,
but
again.
no, the this should be the question, okay? The question should be, okay, did it help the Kansas City Chiefs win a Super Bowl? Did it help the Seattle Seahawks win a Super Bowl? When you look at these top tier, franchises that go out and win football games, what is the first thing that goes after you win that Super Bowl and you're trying to re-up on the defense and stuff like that? Your offensive line. And then you see a massive drop going from, a real solid offensive line to, okay, now look at the Seattle Seahawks. You got Russell Wilson begging to leave if they don't address the offensive line.
That's true.
Look at even the Dallas Cowboys when they had the best offensive line in the National Football League. Now they got injuries. Now they got age, things of that nature. And now look at them.
Right.
Ezekiel Elliott can hardly be the Ezekiel Elliott that we all knew in his first 2 years.
That's true. But let me say this. All those things you just named, what did they have in common? Below average offensive lines. Seattle became below average. Chiefs they was below average in that Super Bowl.
Yeah,
so
because they got everybody. They had to get rid of everybody to keep the Legion of Boom.
Exactly.
They had injuries too.
In the Lions,
we've never had an offensive line that's worth anything.
The Lions currently have a barely above average offensive line, I would say.
Exactly what you should take later.
So
but that's what I'm saying. It's not a gigantic need to go in the first. You can get that later. Because if you already have a good enough base, your offensive line is already above average. Why don't you spend on positions you need more?
Based off of talent,
Just
you
like
go best player available.
Tight end.
Best player available.
Like Micah Parsons.
Right.
I disagree.
I'll get Slater still over him. Give me Slater still over him, please.
I know Mike likes Tyler Shelvin for interior defensive line. Any other guys you like, fellas? I like Aleem McNeil from North Carolina State and Levi Ulizarki from Washington. So
Hanzarike.
Yeah, you come up with these names. Yeah. I don't know how you do it.
Ulizarike, yeah.
I like Marvin Wilson.
Yes.
I love Marvin Wilson. Absolutely.
Yep.
Get him in the fifth round.
Milk.
Wrong one. Oh, well. It was this one. Sorry. Let's see. We got some super chats here. Man, all the comments went crazy here. We got a $5 super chat from David Webster. Is Goff's favorite target on the roster now, or is new favorite target in this draft? No Pitts, no Chase, the convo. I think T.J. Hockenson will be his favorite target.
Yeah.
Right now.
I was gonna say that too.
Yeah.
T.J. Hockenson. Okay, Dern. Here we go with Amon-Ra Brown.
No. It wouldn't be him. I think if they took Waddle, I think he would be his favorite target because he's really fast. You could put him anywhere. It would be between Waddle and Hockenson if they take him.
Yeah.
It'd be between, if you guys have not hit that like button, let's get those likes up to 100. We're at 70 right now. We're 30 away. Thank you so much, David, for that super chat. We got another super chat from Demetrius Wicklife. Hopefully I got it right. Where's a realistic landing spot for Caleb Farley? How about Arizona Cardinals? I know they need a cornerback.
I can see Cardinals going.
I heard.
I think that's too soon.
Yeah, I think Farley's probably going to go to a team like maybe Washington because the scoop on the Cardinals is everybody thinks they're going Horn,
and they could very well go Horn.
JC Horn, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Steelers.
I personally think he's going to the Saints at 28. I think that's a good spot for him.
David,
that'd be a good. That's a really good spot, bro.
Yeah. He said I'd be a blast at a Lions game. Hey, if they open it up, I'll see you there. Hopefully it is opened up. It's fun, man. It's real.
Can't wait to go, man. Can't wait to go. It's been too long.
Facts.
Yes. What do you?
I usually go to one game a year, and last year I couldn't, so I'm like, I got that itch.
Yeah, I'll be traveling with the Gridiron Blitz to L.A. We're going to go to watch the Detroit Lions defeat the Los Angeles Rams. What do you think of Mel Kiper's draft? I forgot who he had us getting in round one. I forgot. Does anyone remember? It's been a couple days.
I forget. He changes. He's changed. Yeah. He does 7 of them in a day, man. That guy. I forget. I know, right? I forget who had us going.
I don't even read his drafts.
Slater plays both left and right tackle. He can for sure. He's predominantly right tackle though, but he can play both.
Same with Penn State.
And guard if you want him to.
They're saying he's good enough to play up and down the whole line. He's never really played on any other spot besides tackle, but they're saying that he could. He's a quick study, and he could play guard for sure.
Yeah, good football IQ.
Yeah.
Guys, does it feel like we're in real contention for Penei Sewell? Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yep, it kind of does for sure.
In fact, I'm going to show you guys something right now. I am in the middle of I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay.
You doing a mock right now?
Yes.
Live stream, doing a mock on a cell phone.
And Look who's on this. Look who's on the board. Panay Sewell, Kyle Pitts,
Oh,
Jalen
throw
Waddle,
that out of here.
No, it's called Pitts easy.
and Rashawn
Throw that
Slater.
out of here.
Hey, man, take Pitts because you're gonna give Tone a heart attack over here.
You
Right?
know you know that
Please help Tone. Please help Tone.
Chalk is my
I don't think Sewell's getting past
my
Cincinnati,
quarterback.
to tell you the truth. I still don't buy the hype that they're gonna go and get another weapon for Joe Burrow. He doesn't need it over there. He needs protection.
Yeah, he
Protect the
does.
kid. Protect him.
I
I mean,
think
the
they're gonna go Jamar
Cincinnati
Chase.
Bengals don't make good decisions though.
I think
True.
they're going Jamar
Hey.
Chase.
Hey, real talk.
They
He's
both-
not. Joe Burrow. He went on. I believe it was the Dan Patrick show. He said,
He wants Jamar,
I am-
right?
No, he said, I am not
Oh.
lobbying for anybody. I am going to let the Cincinnati Bengals front office pick whoever they want, and I'll be happy because they are smarter than I am. I'm just a player, and my job is to go out and win football games with the players that they bring in.
So he said that he's not lobbying. You know what I think of that? I don't think it's
Just got
true.
Kawhi Leonard.
Right.
David Webster with a $2 super chat, and he's
Hey.
got a good question here. Is there a fantasy league within this group?
Yes.
Yes, there is. Absolutely.
I host every year a fantasy football league. It is free to get in, so definitely hit me up on my email, and we'll get this thing rolling here shortly. Usually the draft is the Sunday before the season starts, so you'll have the preseason. You know who gets cut, things of that nature, and you're ready to go draft.
Yeah, and if you guys want to sign up, go ahead and do that. It helps me out win some more. So sign up, and it gives me more victories.
Your reign is coming to an end.
We had 2 leagues last year, actually.
2 leagues last year. We had
2 leagues last year. We had 2 leagues.
Came in second to Mr. Tone.
Oh yeah.
Still got to avenge that.
He got lucky.
He got
I was
real
getting lucky all year. Man, I'll forget who, but somebody could have had Alvin Kamara, and man, I don't know who it was, but you should have did that deal.
Oh, that was me, and I'm glad I said no. Because you wanted my tight end, and there's no way
Alvin
you were
Kamara was
getting him.
putting up like 50 points a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you go to the tight end from Kansas City, and he was the only one performing consistently throughout the whole year.
I would have found around
Good running backs.
We got
I was
people
trying to
saying they
run with
want
that.
in the fantasy league. You're gonna get in for sure. We'll put that
Come on
out
in, buddy.
before the
Come on.
season. And yeah, we'll definitely get you in there. And it's a fun time. It's a lot of trash talking, and I think that's the best part, especially when Trox is live and I'm facing Trox and I'm watching his soul die in front of my eyes as I'm beating him royally, and it's a glorious
What's
feeling.
the record, Mike? What's the record, Mike?
Who beat you twice, Trox?
Oh no.
Hey,
Here we go.
I've had my revenge.
There we go.
I've had 2 wins as well. We're tied at 2 apiece.
B. Taylor, Lawrence Taylor in character issues, and he's arguably the best linebacker in draft football players. Hey,
get it.
100%, man. I want a werewolf.
Greatest.
And Lawrence
great-
Taylor didn't have on the field questions. He had off the field questions.
off the
Parsons
field.
has
Off the-
both.
Who has
Parsons
both?
is a werewolf.
Well,
Parson does not
no.
have both.
Parsons,
please
are you saying
elaborate.
that Parsons is a complete linebacker right now?
No.
No,
Exactly.
I mean,
So he has
now.
on the field and off the field questions at the moment. I have questions about sometimes he doesn't always read the run well. He can be distracted. Now, this doesn't show up on tape a lot. It usually only shows up against Ohio State because it's the only NFL offense that he plays against. Like against Memphis and their basic, we're just going to do this offense where there's not much going on. It's just very easy to read. He destroys those teams. I have questions what he's going to do against real NFL offenses.
My
He
God,
struggled
the
against
hate-
Ohio State.
The
but-
hate is real with you, bro. It's unbelievable.
I don't hate him.
You
I just
said
don't want him at
Justin
7.
Herbert was going to be trash.
I
hey,
did not say that.
everybody that knows me and followed my my Rose Bowl of Justin Herbert all knew I said Justin Herbert could very well be the #1 overall pick, even over
didn't
Joe
think-
Burrow.
I
With
didn't
Like,
think
Herbert, I
he was
just,
that
was a
good.
I just didn't think we were going to draft a. I just didn't think
Herbert
we were
was
going to
gonna
draft
be
a
that good.
quarterback. I just think we were going to take a quarterback because Quinn and Patricia were in a win now mode.
Yeah, they
weren't-
like,
Yeah,
They weren't
there's
taking
no
a
way
rookie.
they taking a
I knew
quarterback.
they weren't
They weren't-
taking him, but they should
Yeah.
have.
They
Yeah,
should
they
have.
should've.
They should have. 100%.
Still, I'll be
100%.
mad about that forever, man. I was getting.
Oh,
I was
Hey,
getting-
man,
They
I don't
ascended.
doubt you. I don't doubt you, man. I don't doubt you on that one, bro. I'd be mad too.
Yeah. They were supposed to take Isaiah Simmons.
Yep.
Mike,
so
what-
the
they got
only
my
person gonna
guy
be able to
Joe
guard Pitts.
Okuda.
So the
That's
only
who I
person-
wanted.
So the only person who can guard Pitts when he comes to the line is on your own team.
What do you think of offensive line will get in the draft and why? Jack, this is the most difficult. This draft has been extremely difficult for me to even comprehend what they're going to do. I have a mock draft coming out on Monday. Take it with an extreme grain of salt because the poker face of Brad Holmes and the different smoke screens and the lack of contracts of one-year deals and holes everywhere has made it nearly impossible for me to tell you what is going to take place. I've been right on the last 2 drafts. I got 3 players right 2 years ago. I took obviously Okudah and Deandre Swift in my mock draft before with 2 offensive line back-to-back. This one is difficult, but if they stay at 7, I think they do take offensive line. I think it'd be a Penasul or Rashawn Slater, but if they move back to, say, 15, maybe they take a Micah Parsons if he's there. Offensive line could be then in the 2nd or 3rd round. It's difficult, man. And
it's hard to gauge. It's hard to gauge.
Yeah.
I'm going to ruffle some feathers really quick. If we stay at 7, we don't trade back anything. And I know people don't want to hear this. It's either going to be offensive line or wide receiver.
That's not
I can see
offensive
that.
line ain't gonna make me mad.
No, but the wide receiver part, not a lot of people want it.
The wide receiver part's going to make me furious. I'm telling you right now, man. I am going to be furious if we take a wide receiver.
If we can get Jamar Chase, man.
Jamar Chase.
No,
Right.
If we can get Jalen Waddle, I'll be cool.
That's who I want.
7?
Yeah.
Waddle
has the
most.
I'm with Cy. Hey, we get Jamar Chase.
I love me some Chase.
If we strike out on offensive tackle, like say if they're both gone, I would definitely go Jamar Chase, and I would not think twice about it.
I love me some Jamar Chase, but man, Waddle is he's like a dangerous threat with the ball in his hands. He can return kicks for you. He's a deep threat. He's amazing with the ball in his hands. If you want, you can put him in the backfield, let him run the ball. Not only that, when he was at Alabama last year, he was on pace to have a better season than Javonte Smith. And guess who everybody was worried about? Jalen Waddle. DCs came out. We was having nightmares about Waddle. Still couldn't stop him. When nobody trying to stop Smith at first, when Waddle was out there, they was trying to stop Waddle. Waddle was still going on. Waddle is going to be amazing.
Okay, here's a quick input on that. How's Quintez Cephas doing so far?
Okay.
People were getting headaches trying to guard him in college. Yeah. He hardly took the field last year, and when he did, I mean, it was subpar performance.
Well, but Cephas was what in like the 4th?
Fine with
Cephas.
It wasn't to where like
completely
when you heard
different.
Jeff Okudah, you heard him say, "Oh, he was the best guy that I've ever had a guard," and this, that. So you had a little bit higher expectations of what.
But one of the knocks on Okudah was he didn't go against many top wide receivers coming out. So him being the best was because he didn't have many guys to go against.
I mean,
it's true, and it's also different this year. We had Galladay, Marvin Jones last year.
Well, yeah.
That's why he was pushed to the back. And now if you get a Waddle, he's going to be your starter.
Well, yeah.
But that's not saying anything. Have you seen our wide receiver unit? It's terrible.
Yeah, I have.
It's absolutely horrific. It is though. Like
that's why Waddle would start and immensely upgrade that unit. And that's why I would like him.
See, this is my thought.
He upgrades.
Correct.
He upgrades, but it's not a way to build a team, man.
See, but this is my thoughts on it. This is my thoughts on it, guys.
Bills.
And this is mine. It's like, okay, if you could go get a Jamar Chase, then you go get it like a Zaven Collins, then you go maybe get a Scary Terry, a Tamarion Terry. Like you got Tamarion Terry, Jamar Chase, and Quintez Cephas as your studs at wide receiver. How are you going to guard that?
Well, you do have a defense. We got to build it somehow.
You have to.
Well, yeah, you get, but I said in the second round you go get like a Zaven Collins.
I don't think
here's what's being lost.
You need linebacker one, another linebacker, a safety.
You're going to get 2 linebackers and 2 wide receivers in this draft.
If you understand this is a process, we're trying to answer all the questions out of one draft, and we don't even have enough draft capital. So we have to build towards the future. So that's what's being lost here. So we can't answer all the questions out of this draft, especially not this draft. Next year, we should really see some returns on everything.
It just,
Next year we
it's
own
just
the
something I
draft.
just want to add. I just want to add something. Okay, I know all these wide receivers are great. Chase is great. Waddle's great. You have Devontae Smith. You know, he's got some concerns about his size, but he's great. But I just don't think it's a proper way to build for a guy that's, and I know it's a process, like Cy said, but those type of guys are only going to touch the ball 5 or 6 times if we're lucky. And I just don't think that's a way to build. I just don't like, and I'm not saying build within, you have to build the D line first, but you have to get a foundation, man. You have to do something other than wide receiver. It just reeks SOL to me. A wide receiver. It just reeks of it.
I'm with you, Mark.
I'm just trying to.
But again, the approach, are we looking at taking a 1-2 type tier wide receiver over or going to get a defensive lineman who's ranked 4th or 5th?
Yeah.
Again,
That's
so it
plan.
depends on how it goes, how it falls.
Yeah.
So I do agree with you in the concept of building the team, but I'm not taking the 5th or 6th defensive tackle when I have the first or second wide receiver.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
Right.
that. I'm not saying take the 5th or 5th best the DT, man. I want Parsons. I want the best, who I think is the best linebacker in the draft. That's what I want to start it off with, and I think that's how you build, man. You go get that number 1 guy. I don't know. I guess a guy like Chase is a number 1 wide receiver, or you know what I mean, or the Waddle could be that next Tyreek Hill, but I don't know.
That's who I think he could be.
He could be. He could. I just don't know, man. I just think it's it scares me. SOL. It just reeks SOL to me. I don't know.
We got a $9.99 super chat from James Watson. Hashtag love the content, MicroMike, and guests are the best. Woo! To the best,
Hey,
the guests here.
appreciate that.
And I'm stoked for this year's draft. Watching the stream for sure. Hey, we appreciate your super chat. Hey, the guests here in the panel here, they know their stuff absolutely from all over the field, and they appreciate that comment, and I appreciate your super chat. Thank you so much. Yes, we're live stream for the NFL Draft. Night 1 on my channel. Night 2, Gridiron Blitz channel. Day 3, the long day. A real long day is on Troxel Sports
Real
channel.
long day. Holy.
It's a
I'm
long
gonna need
day.
y'all help.
That's crazy. What time does that start?
Pray for that
12?
man.
I think either
Noon.
11 or 12. Yeah.
Noon to 7 or whatever.
It is.
A long
Wow.
day, man. Be a long day. Folks, we're 12 away from 100 likes. 12 away. So if you've not smashed that like button, hey, support the channel. Hit that like button. Flying under the radar. And we can get in there and have a great time. Pitts is the best player to me. Okay,
Yes,
you got Pitts on the board and Penei Sewell on the board. Who do you take?
Go Tone.
Tone.
Oh yeah, I'm going Pitts easy. Pitts easy.
Sewell, and it's not even close.
I'm going
Yeah.
Pitts easy for a few reasons. I said it earlier. I don't think we have to take a right tackle in the first round. I already said it earlier because I already feel like you already have your foundation. You have your foundation. You don't need to take O-line in the first round. I can get a good guy in the second. Not only that, Pitts he's the only generational talent in this draft. Yes, the only generational talent in this draft.
Don't be surprised if he goes to the 49ers.
Pitts?
Kittles
I
and
disagree with
Pitts.
that.
49ers are taking a quarterback, bro.
Kittles and
There
Pitts.
is a theory that the 49ers could want Pitts, and
That's crazy. That's crazy.
crazy.
Oof, that'd be nuts, man. Those two guys.
That
Yikes.
offense would be insanity.
Yeah, Mac Jones, who I think he gonna be there. James Watson and my daughter Paisley loves watching with me. Well, Paisley is the MVP. Thank you for that
Shout out
$1.99.
Paisley.
Huge
Right.
shout out to Paisley. We appreciate you and enjoying the content. And hopefully Paisley's with us live on the mock draft. We'll continue to shout people out and make sure she's there. And hopefully we have a big stream. I'd love to have a lot of people in that stream on that day. And so they get a shout out. David Webster with a $5 super chat.
On fire.
On fire. Clear rebuild / retool. What positions pay cheap in the second contract? I think that is the thought process here. Mix needs future cost for this year. Well, cheaper contracts is not defensive end. It's not offensive or left tackle. I would say probably guard would be a cheap position if you're going to go that route. Safety a little cheaper.
Nickel corner.
Nickel corner would be
Those type
cheaper.
of guys.
I don't know. We paid that last guy a lot of money, and he didn't pan out for us.
And
But
now
that's
he's
Coleman?
because
playing
we
a
don't
lot
want
Yeah,
the
of
Coleman.
Boston
Yeah.
turds.
Yeah.
We don't
Well,
have
it's
the
kinda
Boston Turds here no more. So
Well, it's kind of what, it's just kind of what Holmes is doing right now, man. He's doing the cheap contract thing. Got a couple corners, a safety, all cheap guys, right? So,
yep.
Just get some guys that can maybe hopefully play some special teams and maybe do some fillers.
Another super chat by Corey. Oh, my God. He says, love the show, guys. You're awesome. Hashtag trade back, if not Sewell, or pit stop generational talent, especially if you're thinking wide receiver, just grab Pitts. Yeah, if they're going to do the wide receiver thing, I think you could definitely get Pitts and go that route. Folks, we've been on for over an hour and 15 minutes. We decided to go a little bit longer because the beginning of this show kind of stalled out, and that was an epic fail, but definitely bounce back with your guys' support. So we're going to go ahead and close this show out. Troxel Sports Talk, what do you got to say to the panel and the chat out there?
Well, I definitely appreciate each and every single one of you guys coming out, supporting us, and supporting the Infinite Sports Network as well. Definitely I'm excited. We got 7 days away. Well, technically now 6 days away till the NFL draft. And go get Penei Sewell, Rashawn Slater. Go get, Zaven Collins, Nick Bolton, or Jabril Cox. Go get Tylan Wallace, Scary Terry, and Marvin Wilson, and then build next year with all those other draft picks and more money.
Antonio Hightower, what you got to say to the folks while we close this bad boy out?
Yes.
It's great coming here with you guys today. Don't grab a tackle in the first round. Lions go ahead and get you some Pitts and go get you some Caleb Farr and get you some superstars for the future.
Hey, you have a point given somewhere. Dern, what do you got to say to the folks while we close this bad boy out?
I'm going to disagree with Tone. You get your tackle, finish your O-line so you can run the ball for once because we haven't done that in years. Hope everyone has a great night.
Cy, what do you got to say to the folks out there while we close this bad boy out?
Hey, as usual, I had a lot of fun with you guys. I'm looking forward to more collaborations. Also, thanks for all the super chats. This has been an awesome thing. And just remember this, always draft number ones. Clear cut, draft number ones.
And lastly, and surely not least, is Mark Oram from Orum's Forum. Tell them about the new show coming up on Tuesday on your channel.
Yeah, man, we're going to do something new on my channel. We're going to call it the Orum's Den. We're going to have all the guys on here on the panel. We're going to do like a little chat there. This is the same thing that we kind of do here. Remember, we're going to go to the chat. I'm going to ask the guys some questions. We're going to have some fun here, guys. It's going to be a good time, man. But we're going to do that for a bit. We're not taking over or nothing like that. Spike Kool-Aid, he's just going to go on hiatus for a bit. And I'm going to do some stuff on my channel. It's going to be fun.
Appreciate everybody showing out for the show. Everybody, thank you very much again on Thursday next week. You don't want to miss out, folks. We're going to be doing the big show, the first round mock draft, and a super chat. After the draft next week, we're crying or smiling. Crying happy and smiling after we cry happy. Hopefully it's a really good one. I will see you all on Thursday. Do got videos dropping, so it's not like it's over. With that said, folks, adios.